your beliefs and stuff like that changes. So you have to be okay with the fact that your friends may not always share your same ideals and values anymore. And so you have to learn how to be flexible and love, unconditionally, and figure out new ways to navigate the relationship that, still make room for everyone to feel valued. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my corner.
Welcome to my corner. Let's have a talk now. From Miami to California. Check your girl out. I'm gonna give it to you straight up. That's right. That's right. Keeping it real, no games inside. Let's go. Welcome to my corner, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the corner. Okay, so we know Carmen and we know Devin. So these have been two of my best friends since I was 17 years old. So we've been friends for 11 years. And one of the things that we want to talk about is basically friendship, like navigating through friendship and becoming an adult. Because our relationship is very different from when we were in college. I think it's just very, very different. And we've been through a lot of things as friends. And so we're going to talk about how we have kind of made our friendship work and how we have learned like what to say, what not to say, boundaries if we kind of have them. We don't really have any. And so we're going to talk about it. So we're going to bring it to the table. Who would like to start?
Yes, bring it to the red table.
Red table talk. So
thank you, Jada.
No, don't call me not Jada.
Okay, don't do Jada.
Okay, go ahead.
Whatever works for them, I'm all for.
Okay, so being that we've been friends for so long, can you say that our friendships have changed from when we were once in college to now, and if so, how?
Oh yes, because we as individuals have changed. So of course your relationships are going to change.
Yeah, and I think honestly we all changed in different ways, big time. Like, and how did we, I guess, get around those changes? Because at some point, Devin and I thought we was finna be who child.
I was like, man, what was fun while it lasted?
Yeah, because to be honest, no, for real, because how old were we? Like 25? 24, 25?
Somewhere around there.
When she moved to Memphis, sis gave me a good year and was like, I don't really want to do this no more. You're weird, da-da-da-da.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
First of all, I didn't say anything. I just felt in my spirit that we were
growing
in different directions. And I was just like, and that's cool. Like,
and so how do we navigate through these different directions?
Somehow, the divine intervened, and I called you because like we weren't even talking like that anymore. Really, we weren't calling each other like that.
Yes, we were.
No, we weren't. Not as much. And like,
oh yeah, there was.
We were just both like growing in different directions, and I was just like, oh, well, it's cool. Like we're growing apart. That happens.
But I think you have to give your friends space to grow.
Yeah, and so we were giving each other that space, and so I was like, it's cool or whatever. But somehow like we ended up talking and having a conversation. I was like, oh, okay, you kind of starting to turn in the same direction I'm turning and think and share some of my same values and stuff. Because I was like, I'm gonna have to leave her. Don't whisper. Yeah, I was like, sis is too sleep over here. She left.
Once at the moment I left the church, sis was like, come, my friend.
Come on over.
Go. Okay, so one thing I will say is though, like giving your friends space to grow. We're not the same individuals that we were when we were 17 years old. We have matured in different ways. Some of us for the better, some of us for the worse. And one thing I will say is that we have given each other space to figure it out. Now, I will say that as a friend, I'm the type of friend that because I'm very, I just dream big. I kind of expect my friends to be on the same wave. I'm a very hardcore. Honestly, yes.
I mean, basically, if Candace isn't like your friend like that, you ain't doing enough. That's basically what she said.
If I don't like what?
If you're not doing enough, like if you're not somebody's friend, I mean, they just not doing enough. Like you ain't. You want to work different? You're like,
you just want to have a basic life.
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, because I just feel like there's so much world in that I'm not basic, and so like, also your life goes in the direction that you hang around with the most. So if my friends aren't producing, then I'm not going to produce. So it's very important that your friendship and your relationship and your circles are comparative and conducive to where you want to go. And so like for me, I am very hard on my friends. They'll tell you.
Like mine, you're weird.
I push them till no other, but then like sometimes they try to push me up like settle.
Right.
She don't want
nobody to tell her nothing about.
I mean, that is the truth. If I could curse right now, my God.
Don't tell her nothing about nothing. Nothing, man.
So
you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I don't say it like
Yeah,
that. I just would say thank
Devin.
you for your interjection.
Oh, no. Let's not clean it up because that is not at all how you say that.
That's not how you talk.
She'll come off slick with something like, "Nah, I'm good. I got it. You focus on you." I'm like,
okay, yeah, I do say that.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on me.
Or
I'm
like
just,
she'll get in everybody else's business but refuse to tell us anything that's going on with her.
Oh,
She
I
don't
will
wanna say
pry and
nothing.
pry and pull
She
and
don't
pull
wanna
until it
say
come
nothing.
out.
Like,
I don't give
She'll
up.
go through everything by herself so that she.
I'm like, you gonna
hear
tell
us
me?
Say nothing.
You gonna
The only
tell
thing I
me.
don't necessarily tell them is like relationships. Like if I'm dating someone
Everything.
When she
No.
gets quiet though, that's how you know she's up to something with somebody.
Okay, don't try to-
So I just kind of let her.
Make it seem like I'm a whole
Oh no!
And
I'm
that's
not
the-
trying to make her sound like a hoe or anything. I'm just saying.
And that's
When
another
she gets
thing.
quiet, I just let her do like I'll ask little questions here and there, but I don't pry too deep until she's ready to.
Yeah,
She
I-
normally says it, but
Yeah,
it's just
I
kind of
tell.
like
But here's the thing: I'm selective with who I tell.
you can't tell everything.
So
to
like,
everybody.
yeah, every friend is different.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that I could tell Devin that I know she won't judge me, and she'll be like, "Well, friend, how you feel? You good?"
Mm-hmm.
She'll therapize me like Dr. Phil. Carmen gonna step.
judge you?
No, Carmen's gonna step on whatever. It don't matter what happened. If I'm wrong, Carmen ain't gonna say I'm wrong. You right, friend. That's period, and that's what it is.
I mean, in that moment, I mean, she knows I'm going to call her out when she's wrong, but my thing is, in that moment, whatever that person is experiencing in their emotions, sometimes they don't need to hear that at that moment. Sometimes you just need to be there as a friend, as a supportive friend.
Yeah.
And then when that time comes and they can handle that, then you can be like, look, maybe you should have done X, Y, and Z instead of this, or
I'm gonna be
reacted
like,
that way.
well,
I mean, nobody grows if you're always going to be a yes man. I'm not a yes man, but I will support you until, I know that you're ready to handle like, okay, this is really what needs to happen.
I think another question that a lot of people have when we're navigating through friendships as an adult is how do we handle significant others in our relationships?
Candace don't play. That's just the bottom line.
What?
Your man, I was about to say something else. Your significant other has one time, and it could be something small. He could do something small as not open the door. Nah, drop him. Drop him. That's exactly how she dropped him. That's
First
exactly
of
how
all,
she does.
they be
Yes.
mad because I be on their dude side because I know they be
She
tripping.
does.
But she
She
been on
does.
some trash
I'm always
dude
on their dude side because I
she
know they be
does
tripping.
take the guy's side and
The
that's
wrong
not right.
ones.
It'd be like
the wrong ones. Okay, the one she should have
Like,
been
there
taking
been
his
some
side.
Right.
The guy that she should have been taking his side, she never took his side. But also because she never really.
Agreed.
It's okay.
Who you talking about? Because I always take their side.
No, you don't.
Listen,
No, you
I
don't.
always
The
think
guy,
that.
but she also didn't have like a relationship with that guy. The other guys I dated, she's kind of known them and stuff like that, but they was trash. So,
That's
Garbage.
fair.
and if you're watching it, you're trash.
So one thing I will say though is that being that we are super duper close, I think we're more close than normal. As far as like we're very close.
Our
Like,
whole friend circle.
our whole
is-
friend circle is super duper close. So when you bring someone in here, they gotta
Be
mesh
ready.
with the group,
Be ready.
and sometimes they
And
don't
if,
mesh.
and if they don't, they gotta go.
Yeah, so we're very close.
Or
and
you gotta
I feel that's in the
go
prophetic.
with them.
So we're very close in a sense, but we also leave space for friendships. And also, one thing I will say is this: I think we're very supportive. Like, one thing I will say is I feel bad for people who don't have good friends like I have, because one thing I will say is that they will step for me every single time.
Every time.
Recently, last week, I started a new business venture, and literally there's a whole pandemic outside. And I called each of my friends and I was like, hey, I kind of need you to model for me. And some of them don't model. They hate pictures. They hate the way they look. They hate these different things. But when I asked them to pull up, they pulled up. And
Just
they did it
in the
talking
Rona.
about me.
Okay.
without complaining, well, some of them did complain. Some of them. Without complaining, they just do things. So one thing I will say is that if you have something, and this is so important with your friendships, make sure your friends believe in how you believe. Like, make sure your friends see something in you that you don't see in yourself. So sometimes I get on Carmen really hard because I be like, Carmen. So Carmen is an attorney, and she's an attorney, and I think our whole years of friendship, I've been with her on this law journey, and literally I get on her behind because I'm just like, girl, you a black lawyer. We don't have them. A black female lawyer. We don't have them. And so same thing with Devin. Like, I'd be like, so friend, when you gonna start your YouTube channel? Ask her how many times I've asked her to start.
Y'all, it's coming. Calm down.
Shameless plug.
So I will
Tell me.
please follow my friend. Link will be
Oh,
in
like
the
Dad
So,
Foster.
it's very important to one, have space for your friendship and relationships to grow. Two, to make sure that you're mindful of the friends that you have. Do they support your dreams? Do they help you build your dreams? Like when this is over, like when I finally do what I want to do, or when I'm doing what I want to do, my mission is to bring my friends on. So like,
here, she ain't had no choice.
okay. But what I was trying to say was there's space for each friend to do something. So like, okay, well, she likes to model and she acts. So if I write a play and I have something, I'll cast my friend. This is my attorney. So whatever gonna happen, we gonna get out, and that's on period. Okay?
I just think also, no, seriously, in your friendships that you're only going to get back what you're willing to give out. Only thing, I mean, Candace
Retweet and share.
Anytime, like, there are probably 3 to 4 people in my life for a fact. If I call them, the inflection or the tone of my voice, they know what's wrong. Or, like, they know you and they're there for you 100%, and that's Candace. It don't matter what it is. Like, she's going to be there. So, I think it's what you give out. Whatever you're giving, you're not giving your all to your friendships. And some of them you shouldn't be giving your all to because they're temporary friendships.
Also, emphasis on friendships are work.
They
You
are.
have
They
to
have to do work.
It's a lot of love that has to happen,
And
a lot of
forgiveness.
forgiveness, and you have to know your friends really well,
I'm getting
and
this
like,
right.
because one thing about Candace, she's not gonna apologize. Like she's
Amen.
very offensive,
She's kinda like,
and she's not gonna apologize. So
I have some people like
over
that
the
where I
years
just
of
get it.
friendship, and I'm not saying
Yo,
It's hard for
he's
them
trying
to
to
say.
play.
I'm not saying
I'm
let
sorry.
nobody abuse you, because there's a difference between somebody
She don't
just being
abuse us,
disrespectful and
but she
abusive
don't know how to say
towards
I'm
you.
sorry.
But like,
Those words
she's a
don't-
great
never be
friend,
wrong.
but she doesn't say.
See,
You see,
I don't
she never
never
thinks
be
she's
wrong,
and she
Lord.
doesn't say sorry. She has a super
She
sharp
did apologize
tongue,
for yelling at me
and-
last week, and she was
I
like
did.
yelling for no
well,
reason.
she
I was
don't
just
ever
like,
apologize to me.
what?
And so I just learned to, like, kind of like take my time when I need it and just get over it. And
That's
and
called
that's just,
toxicity.
First
That's
of all,
what helped you.
But with that
times do we have to
being
get over
said,
it?
she ain't gotta worry about no apology coming from over here.
exactly,
Neither.
because she doesn't apologize.
So
ever.
we,
Well, see,
but that's
that ain't
our
how we
friendship.
roll
So
on
you
this
have
side
to
of the
learn your friends.
She never
and-
apologizes. She'll come over and hug you and be like, friend, no, I'm mad. Get off
They're
of me.
crazy. I don't do that. I will let Candace know my feelings are hurt.
Know
I'm
your-
She'll,
know your
now,
friends.
Carmen will
Know your
definitely.
friends.
I'm like, Candace, you hurt my feelings. I'm about to tear right now.
She
And
always
I be
has
like,
feelings. She be
relax.
crying and
I be
stuff.
like,
That's what she do. She don't say sorry.
On this
Relax.
end,
I didn't mean to
we
do it
not
like
crying
that.
and apologizing and none of
Yeah,
that.
but
It's
see,
People
just
don't like to express their emotions.
Get over
Once
it. We
again,
gonna work
unhealthy.
over it. Work it out. Keep it moving.
I think
She don't want to talk about it. I was like, that's really unhealthy.
Actually,
Talk
no,
about
we
it, y'all.
did talk about. Remember one time we talked on the phone for 3 hours straight, and you was like, "Friend, I'm glad you feel this. You feel better. You've been holding this in."
Oh
remember?
yeah, she don't, and then she don't tell you. She hold grudges and hold stuff in.
I do not.
For
hold
and
grudges.
then we gotta have a whole 3 hour come to Jesus meeting.
Because here's the thing, I'm the type of person that sometimes I don't think everything needs a reaction. Like sometimes you have to make sure one, it's not you. So sometimes I like to make sure I'm not overreacting. But then there'd be sometimes y'all really be trying me. Y'all be, not y'all in general.
Oh, I was
But-
like,
but I'm saying there's sometimes for me, I realized this year that I'm a better friend to other people than they are to me. And I keep allowing myself to go back to that because I'm the type of person that if I believe in you, I'm gonna step every single time. I'm loyal. You'll never realize. Like if I believe in you, I'm on your head. Like I'm like, all right, let's
Yes.
go. I'm on your neck. And so like for me, I think sometimes the hardest thing or the hardest realization that I had to realize was like just because I go hard for people doesn't mean they necessarily go hard for me. So you can't over exaggerate people's positions in your life is what I had to learn.
Yeah.
Like I'm a good friend to them doesn't necessarily mean they're a good friend to me. Or they say I'm their best friend doesn't necessarily mean they're my best friend. So I've learned to navigate that. So that's one of the things that I've learned as getting older, that when friendships are complicated, if y'all have not seen Insecure, Issa and Molly have literally been us in certain nutshells.
oh,
Like
to
an extent.
way lower.
Yeah, because Molly's a bad friend.
I've
We can talk
never
about it
been
later.
Molly.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes as you get older, you communicate less because there's not a lot of time. We're working a lot. We slave a lot. And when we're not working, I'm doing this or I'm doing something else. She's modeling. We're traveling. So like, one, we carve out time for one another. We try to at least. If we don't talk, me and Devin talk like once or twice, maybe sometimes 3. 4 times a week.
They talk a lot.
We talk a lot.
They talk a lot.
We
but,
do talk a lot.
But we are also the type of friends that we don't have to stop what we're doing to talk. Like, we talk a lot because we talk to each other, like, while we're doing other things.
We be
like,
at work talking to shit.
We do.
Yeah. So
We
like,
be,
girl,
like, on the phone working.
Yeah.
people.
But Carmen and I will talk like once or twice. It just depends.
Once a week, most of the time.
Yeah, it just depends. But then there's other friends where I don't talk to them
Yeah.
like once every
Blue moon.
3 weeks. It just depends on how our relationships is. And I will say this, as you get older, I think you need to learn to cherish. If you have good friends, cherish them. Because as you get older, they're gonna get married, they're gonna have
Things are gonna change.
kids. Their dreams will change, and then it's okay to realize that sometimes you outgrow friendships and relationships too.
And that's cool.
And
It
that's
ain't gotta be ugly.
and that's what it is. And the adult thing to do is let the
Candace used to do that.
But
She tried.
I think
to
the
tell
key
me
word
that
though for
we
sustaining
wouldn't be
like
friends.
a friendship is reciprocity. Like
Agreed.
it has to go
Yeah.
both ways. Like whatever
Yeah.
you're giving out and all that energy that you're putting, it needs to be
Yeah,
poured back
absolutely.
into you. Like it's got to be
Your friendships are
both ways,
relationships.
a two-way.
I mean,
Yeah. trip.
The
Yeah,
same energy
like,
you put into your man or
put it
whoever,
into your friendship.
put it into your friendship.
Like,
and
we
Lord
have-
knows he's probably not
We have
taking it
gone
back,
through pretty
but-
much the same changes that you would go through in a romantic relationship. And honestly, like I feel like our friendships help us to be better significant others when we are dating, because we learn from our friendship how to compromise and how to communicate. You know how to how to stop it. How to how to allow each other that space in that room to grow. And then also too, like, it's okay, like at some point in our life we were all on the same page, like especially in college or right after college, but then as you grow, your beliefs and stuff like that changes, so you have to be okay with the fact that your friends may not always share your same ideals and values anymore, and so you have to learn how to be flexible and love unconditionally and figure out new ways to navigate the relationship that still make room for everyone to feel valued and loved and respected.
Red table talk.
Yeah.
Just don't date no teenager. But.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up, you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed our friendship talk, because I know people see my Instagram and they're like, "You have such an amazing friend group," and I do. My friends are
She does
dope.
have amazing friends.
Okay,
Because she's dope.
But
and that's on
exactly.
period.
And she can't take a compliment. Lord Jesus.
So I really hope y'all have enjoyed our brief little
We've enjoyed being
thoughts from the couch. So hopefully we get to do this again when Rona lets up. If it lets us be great. If not, we'll be at somebody else's house on another couch. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for sitting in the corner. Once again, July 15th, shameless plug for the shirts. All right, we love you. We'll be back in the corner when we be back. Peace.